Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I'm going to discuss a tutorial question on topic 1C, that is differentiate types of language translator, that is compiler, interpreter and assembler. Now I'm going to discuss a past year question. Alright, let's have a look to question number 1. So identify the appropriate type of translator based on the given description of the translator function. So you have to identify the type of translator based on the function given. So before that, I just want to make a revision. Okay, what is translator? So actually translator is a computer program that convert instruction written in one programming language into a machine language. Why do we need to convert to machine language? Because the only language that computer understand is a machine language. That's why whatever that you write a program, you need a translator to convert to a machine language, that is 0101. So now there are 3 types of translator. You have the first one is compiler. Second, you have interpreter, and last one is assembler. Alright, assembler is used for low level language, and for compiler and interpreter is used for high level language. Alright, now the only language that use assembler is assembly language. Okay, the only language that use assembler, okay, as a translator is an assembly language. Okay, for high level language, that is compiler and interpreter, you have so many language, and you have to know which language is used compiler as a translator and which language is used interpreter as a translator. Okay, now translate one high-level program instruction at a time into machine code. Okay, the keyword here is at a time. So of course the answer is interpreter. Alright, next, convert program written in assembly language to machine language. Of course, the only translator is assembler. Okay, if you see the word here is assembly language, of course the translator used is assembler. Right? Okay, and then translate the entire source program, okay, entire source program into object program, that is 0101 machine language. Of course, is a compiler. Okay, compiler and interpreter, both of these translator is used in high level language. But the difference is for interpreter, it will convert the programming language to machine language line by line. But for compiler, it will translate the programming language that is written, okay, entirely into machine language. Right, next for question number 2. Name the translator used to convert program 2 into executable codes. Okay, what is program code? Program 2. So program 2 actually is a mnemonic. Okay, code or abbreviation, singkatan. Okay, this one program 3, of course, if you see here 01001 is a machine language. Alright, and this one is of course is a high level language. Okay, high level language. Okay, this one is actually this one is a pseudocode. Okay, it could be interpreter or compiler. Okay, now name the translator used to convert program 2 into executable codes. The answer is, of course, is assembler. Alright, the only translator that is used to translate assembly language is assembler. So how could you recognize the assembly language? Okay, assembly language normally is use mnemonic or abbreviation. Okay, ataupun kod lah singkatan. Okay, next for question number 4. Name the translator that can be used to translate the programming language Q. Okay, Q. So now if you can see Q here is use mnemonic, alright, or abbreviation or code. Okay, code singkatan. Okay, this one of course if you see 0101, of course this one is a machine language. So now name the translator that can be used to translate the programming language Q. Of course, assembler. Right? Okay, next. Number 4. Describe the function for each of the translators listed below. You have to know, okay, on how to explain the function of compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Okay. It is easy for you to remember. You start with a program. For compiler is a program that translates a program statement in high-level language into a machine language. So translate what? Entire program. So I repeat, a program that translates an entire program. Okay. Entire program. The keyword here is entire. So you start with a program. A program that translates an entire program statement written in what? High level language into machine language. That one is compiler. So how about interpreter? Interpreter, you start with a program also. A program that translates a program statement line by line. So the keyword here is line by line. Make sure you write info sentence. Line by line at a time. Okay, line by line at a time. Written in what? Also in high level language into machine language. Okay, both compiler and interpreter will convert high level language. Okay, at the end to what? To machine language. Okay, 0101. So how about assembler? Assembler is a program that translates a program statement written in what? Assembly language. Okay, assembly language into what? Machine language. Okay, so you need to remember the keyword. Okay, now for question number 5. So same with question number 4. So define compiler and interpreter that, as I told you before. So you have to know what is the difference between compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Okay, you start with a program. Program that translates entire statement written in high level language into machine language. How about interpreter? A program that translates a program statement line by line at a time written in what? High level language into machine language. Okay, next. Identify the type of translator that can convert the assembly instruction into machine code. If you see the assembly instruction here, of course the translator used is assembler. You don't confuse assembly with assembler. Assembly language. Assembler is a translator to convert assembly language. Okay, next for question number 6. A translator that point out your error as you run the high level language program. Of course, this one is interpreter because it will convert the language that you written in high level language, okay, line by line. Okay, if the translator detect the error, then it will stop. Okay, you have to correct it. Okay, a translator that translates high-level language program into machine code if it is error-free. Okay, the keyword here is error-free. So, of course, this one is the compiler. Compiler will translate the entire source program into machine code. Entire, not line by line. Okay, and then the last one is a translator that translate low level language. So low level here, it refers to assembly language. Okay, in low level language you have assembly language and machine language. So machine language doesn't require any translator. Okay, so of course this one is assembler. Make sure you write properly, right? Assembler. Okay, next for question number 8, right? Number 8, describe the function of interpreter. All right, so this one same with the question number 5 and number 4. So you need to remember the definition. Okay, next we move to question number 9. So for question number 9, so you have to analyze the diagram first. Okay, so figure 2 shows 3 program segments written in 3 different languages. The program calculate the sum of x and y and put the value into z. Right? So now the question is, state the translator needed to convert the program from figure 2a. Which one is 2a? This one is 2a. To figure 2c. Okay, of course, why do you need a translator to convert to machine language? At the end, you get a machine language. Okay, that is 0101. Okay, if you see here 0101, this one is a machine language. Okay, now, as I told you, this one is a mnemonic. Okay, or code or abbreviation. Okay, singkatan. So, of course, from 2A to C, okay, the translator use is assembler. Right? Okay, next. From figure 2B to 2C. Okay, this one. Okay, if you see this one is an expression. Okay, expression that is used in high level language. So, of course, from B to C, the answer is interpreter or compiler. Since we don't know what language is this. Okay, this one is general. Okay, general, and this one is an expression. Okay, so that's why we don't know what language is this. This one is an expression only. So of course this one is a high level language, and the answer is interpreter or compiler. Okay, next. From the question given, identify, okay, for question number 10, identify and state the type of translator, okay, type of translator that translate the following program. State none if a translator is not relevant. A to B. Okay, this one, as I told you, this one is mnemonic. Okay, A to B. Okay, of course is assembler. Right, C. C to A. C to A, none. Okay, because you don't have translator to convert from. Okay, actually this one is a C++ programming language. Okay, you don't have translator to convert from high level language to assembly language. Okay, that's why the answer is none. And from C to B. Okay, from C here to B. Okay, of course this one is compiler. You cannot answer as interpreter because this one is a C++ program. Okay, C++ program. Right? Okay, next. Question number 11. So this one 11. So you have to remember. Okay, what is the difference between assembler and compiler? Okay, you have to remember. And how about B? Name and describe the third type of translator. Okay, the third type of translator. Okay, the third type here means that you have to differentiate between assembler and compiler. Okay, now for B, you have to describe about in interpreter. Okay, this is mean by third type. Okay, because in 11A, we have differentiate between assembler and compiler, and now you have to describe. Okay, name and describe. The third type of translator, the answer is interpreter, then you have to describe. Okay, next for question number 12. For question number 12, based on the given item, classify the most appropriate type of language translator. So based on this programming language, on your left is programming language. So you have to identify type of language translator. Okay, how about the first one is Microsoft Visual Studio. It uses compiler. Okay, compiler as a translator. How about Python? So Python is interpreter. That's why this one you need to remember. Okay, examples of language that use interpreter. Example of language that use compiler. Okay, and then macros. Macros is used assembler. Okay, this one is low level language. Macros. C++. Of course, compiler. Right, and last one, basic. So basic is interpreter. Okay, and last one is question number 13. Okay, actually for the programming language paradigm is in the previous tutorial, there is 1B, right? So now for question number 13. So you have to identify the programming language paradigm. Do you still remember? For programming language paradigm, you have procedural, OOP, and also logic. So now the first one, the program statement that express facts and rules about problem within a formal logic system. So of course this one is a logic programming language. Logic programming language paradigm. Okay, next. The program consists of routines, subroutines, or functions to carry out a series of computational steps. Okay, of course, this one is procedural. And the last one is a program that uses object. If you see the word object that include both data and function, of course, this one is OOP. Make sure you write in full sentence.